guys, so today we bought new Tesla. It's an autopilot. Oh, it's on autopilot right now. So let's see how it works. We are still learning. This is the messages, they keep popping.
It stopped at the red light, and it started detecting the red light right there. Stopped at the red line. And I think when it's gonna turn green, I would have to kind of press on the accelerator, and then it's gonna continue.
It won't continue by itself?
It won't continue by itself, I think. But
let's see.
This is the cruise control sign. If I press this guy here, so I'm pressing on the accelerator, and now it's gonna take off on its own. I just ran up my foot is off the pedal.
Right, not on.
My foot is off the pedal. I just have to kind of give a command by putting it on the accelerator. There's a green light. It says it's gonna stop there if I give a command, which I did, and it won't stop. So it's not gonna stop.
So you gave the command?
Yes, it's asking me for a command every time. Can I continue or not? And I kind of use with the accelerator myself, so it kind of disengaged. So I'm just going to keep my hands here, and it's going to stop at the green light in 400 feet.
In 1,000 feet, bear left to stay on East Main Street.
And see, detect the green light by itself. It's not stopping. So it's using the control by itself.
Now bear left to stay on East Main Street.
You're gonna has to.
It's green light.
Yeah.
It's orange.
Right now I took the control.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Shet Road.
It's a 7-seater car. Look at the interiors.
It stopped on its own behind the car. I'm gonna give my left indicator and see if the car will move on its own. It's kind of like orange light right now, so I'm not 100% sure if it's gonna move, but I'm gonna stop right here. I can't move because it's a red light. Oh,
it's red
because it passed the green light.
Are you controlling, or it's
I'm
on auto?
controlling right now. I have full control. Because we have to, I believe, park before this line. If I'm past this line, it's gonna take over. It's gonna go. So it's just gonna we have to be careful.
You passed the line,
Mm-hmm.
so you have to be behind the line
For it to properly see and follow the traffic rule. So I have my green signal on the left indicator, and it's on. I don't think it sees the left signal, so I'm gonna have to use the accelerator myself, and then I would have to put it back on actually the cruise control. I'm gonna do it one click. It's gonna put it on the cruise control, and my 2 clicks it takes the navigate on autopilot, and it's gonna put me at 30 max speed right now. So I'm gonna let it take control, and it's doing 30. And if I want to increase the speed, I have to do is max. I'm going to increase the max speed by pressing this guy, by rolling this guy up over. I can go up to like 35, 36. You can set up your max speed if you want.
So you click this thing?
No, this thing. Let's go over right up here.
For autopilot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right there. Increase the speed. Increase the max speed right up there. So if I want to go up to 40 on this road, I could go up to 40 by dialing this number up. It's actually 45 max speed, so I'm just gonna go 45. So that's the the people behind me don't get mad. But this is on autopilot right now.
But still you have to.
Car is closing. You have to keep your hand. Maybe you could put one hand. It doesn't matter. You don't have to put two hands. But I guess we're just gonna till I get trained for it.
Yeah, this is the second time you are driving.
Comfortable. It's pretty neat, but I think it's still gonna take some time before it learns and can auto steer on the city streets. If it's a highway, I'm sure it
In
does work
1,000
very
feet,
well.
enter the roundabout and take the second exit.
We are approaching a roundabout, and I'm gonna tend to incline toward, let's see what happens. If the car gonna stop by itself, take the
Now
roundabout
enter
turn.
the roundabout
I'm gonna
and
try
take
to
the second
keep my
exit.
hands a little off and see what it does. How does it navigate the traffic? I'm gonna keep my foot very
But you
next
have
to
to
the brake
keep the
pedal,
hands.
and then see if does it recognize other cars or no. Okay, so it's gonna ask my command. It did ask, and I gave a command. Yes, you can move. And it's gonna no, it wasn't giving me a right command, a right way, so I had to take control over. I'm gonna try to. So roundabout, I think it kind of flunked a little bit, but so that's very important that you keep your hands near and kind of take the control. You can always dial down the speed, and then that way, I feel like if you're driving slow, especially near roundabouts and stuff, don't put your max speed. You can control down your speed, and that will work fine.
It will stop if you will keep your hands off the steering.
Not right away. It will just start vibrating the steering wheel, or just make some flashing lights on the on screen. And right now I disengaged from the autopilot and I'm engaged. So if you could see, there's no car nearby. It does on its own, which is kind of cool. But I just want to see what happens. I'm gonna increase my dialing speed a little bit so that it goes up. But as you can see, if I'm gonna keep my hands off the autopilot, it might just start vibrating or show up the lights on the screen, big screen. It took a slight turn by itself, and since the speed is kind of slow here, I'm gonna slow it down a little bit to 40, and then just see. I don't think it's gonna take me out of into the blues, especially if it's a straight line. Let's see if it detects the car in front of me. It does, and then it kind of slows down by itself, and it's kind of keeping me in the different lane. I want to do this lane.
You have to change the lane. You have to
change the lane, because if it's not gonna see the white stripes on the road, it is not going to give you an auto steer. So it's kind of important that while changing lanes, keep that in mind, especially during night time.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Schindler Court.
And Tesla clearly mentions on their website and instructions that you should keep your hands on the steering wheel all the time and be ready to take control, because there's not ready
Now turn left
primed for
onto
full
Schindler
self-driving
Court.
yet. I think it's decent for autopilot and driving on highways, but there is only the release of limited version of the new software upgrade to only a few people for a full self-driving, and I'm sure they continue.
So you took the turn
improve.
on autopilot
It
mode
stopped
or
at
by
the
yourself?
stop sign
By itself?
by itself. Let me engage it in autopilot. It's not available. Right here it says it's not available, because we entered our community. So
Okay.
overall acceleration is very, very smooth and it's pretty quick.